Yeah, and you mentioned Kerry there. Kerry are against Tyrone this weekend, and a lot of people have this notion that Tyrone are coming to the Boyle. Kerry don't like it up them, and that they'll somehow get bullied this weekend. And David Moore not being there as well is another thing that's been thrown at them. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I've seen bits and pieces, and I'm obviously like the two Cliffords have become so important for Kerry, and I think like they'll definitely be targeted in a good way at the weekend, and I think it's how the two lads respond to that and how they. But I think, I think the two lads are well able to look after themselves. There's no doubt about that. But it is going to be physical, and it's certainly Tyrone smell blood. There's no doubt about that. They see an opportunity there that here's an opportunity for us to knock Kerry out, and then it's such an open championship. But look, it's different. Like any team with David Clifford in it, I think again Kerry are just coming nicely to the Boyle after you win an All Ireland. Look, it's difficult after you win an All Ireland to come back and do it again. Is that hunger the same as it was 12 months ago? And like we're definitely going to find that out this Saturday afternoon when Kerry play Tyrone. But I think it looks to me like Jack Connor's a very experienced man, so it looks to me that they've taken it easy coming out of the winter break, and they've kind of ramped it up as the season gone by to try and peak at the right time. And if that's true and Kerry can't peak at the weekend, I all things being equal, I would expect Kerry to win it, but it's going to be one hell of a battle. Maybe even more so the Dublin Mayo, because I think Tyrone do really smell blood here, as you say. They see an opportunity, and there's a perception that if you can stop the two Cliffords, you're going to beat Kerry. But there's a lot of danger elsewhere as well. And when you put a lot of focus onto two men, it leaves guys around maybe with a little bit of extra space that can cause a lot of damage. So I think Kerry will win.
Michael?
Yeah, no, just do you get what sort of enjoyment do you get even watching David Clifford as an a lad that played inside forward and obviously played out centre forward as well? I think you won Footballer of the Year, did you actually, as a centre forward? But what sort of pleasure do you get out of watching a forward like that, watching his movement left and right? He's an absolute joy to watch.
He is a joy to watch. I think everyone that knows football loves to get the opportunity to see him either on TV, but especially live. But I think for me, what I look out for is how is the other team going to stop him? Like, how are they going to play? Who's going to mark him, and who's going to be the extra man around him? And that's the very intriguing part for me. Like, we know how special David Clifford is. He can score off left and right. He dummy hop, dummy solo, whatever you want. He can mix it in the air. He can mix it rough if you want. So he has it all. So for me, it's how teams stop him. And I've seen Philly speak about it in a couple of articles recently about how you might stop him. So I watched the match the weekend. The first thing I'd be looking for is, right, who's on Clifford and who else is around him to stop him scoring, and when he gets the ball, is there 2-3 Tyrone men can rush into him, and what space is that leaving him behind or whatever. And to be fair to David Clifford, when he does get double teamed or even triple teamed, he still has that vision to be able to pick passes out inside and stuff, and he draws a lot of attention, and like even when he gets quieting down, drawing that attention, he can open up a lot of space for other guys around him. So that's the intriguing thing for me, is how do Tyrone stop him? Because look, David's nearly guaranteed. He's nearly guaranteed 3 or 4 points at worst in a match in his current form. So it's kind of, can Tyrone keep him to 3 points? And they'd be thinking if they can keep the 3 points we play, they probably have a pretty good chance of beating Kerry at the weekend.